Hello, this is a free call from
An offender at the Women's Reception and Diagnostic Correctional Center.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
To accept this free call, press 1. To refuse this free call, press 2.
If you would like to...
Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hello?
Hello?
Hi, Miss Erin?
Hi, Gypsy. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. I had got your letter.
Good. I'm sorry that you kept missing me. I was in the Adirondacks, and there's no cell service, so I would go down to town, and then I would get, like, voicemails, and I was like, I hope she doesn't think I'm ignoring her.
Oh, no.
My phone literally didn't work. Yeah.
No, I had talked to Christy, and she had told me, so I was like, okay, I understand.
Good. So talk to me about how you're doing. How is it? What is it like to be there? How are you? How is it to sort of facilitate being there?
I'm doing all right. I did send Mike the letter, giving y'all access to the Discovery to use. But as for how I'm doing really good, actually. I'm adjusting quite well. I'm a dorm
You've been
tender.
practicing what?
Huh?
What have you been doing?
I'm a dorm tender, so I've got a job.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm doing really good. I bought me a TV and a CD player, so they have like this big yard with a track on it, and I go sit on the bleachers, and I go walk the track. I go to the gym. You know, it's so nice to feel sunlight. I've got like a huge sunburn on my nose.
Oh.
But I've got like a good tan now.
That's amazing. And so have you decided if you're going to stay at Vandalia or if you're going to switch to another place?
They're going to put me in Chillicothe because I've already asked my caseworker if I'm on the list, and I am on the list to go. So far I've been here 4 weeks.
Right.
I don't know if I might be here another 4 weeks. I don't know. They don't tell me when I get transferred. They just tell me that I'm on the list. So.
Oh, okay. Do they have a therapist there for you?
They do, yeah. I'm seeing one here, and she's really nice. And, they put me, or they're going to put me in classes that help with things that I have issues with. Like, they tell you your transition accountability plan, which is, they tell you, like for me, I have relationship issues and self-esteem issues. So they're going to put me in classes that help with those things.
And what are those classes going to be like with a teacher and workshopping things or doing homework?
I guess it's different things to help you build up self-esteem, and I don't know if it's going to be in a classroom or what, but it's out of mental health. So it's a program that is connected with mental health.
Right. What are the other women like there?
A lot of them are nicer than you would think. Like, you would think prison women is really scary, but they're just regular women, and each person has a different story, and it's nice to just kind of talk to different women and hear their stories. Like, I was sitting at the table with a woman that's been here 9 years, and she's still got another 10 to go. So I was like, wow, there's people worse off than me. I thought I had problems.
Right.
Yeah, but it's definitely kind of settled in how long I'm going to be here has, it's really set in now. And I had that moment where I cried and took it all in. And then my roommates are really, really sweet. And they just gave me a big hug, and they were really welcoming. They taught me how to use the washer and dryer because, as you know, that's not something that I'm used to doing for myself. Yeah. So, yeah, it's been really good. I mean, for prison, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as I imagined.
Well, it's not like Greene County where it was barely functioning.
Right. Greene County was very, very bad. At least I'm able to have a pillow and go outside, and it's a lot more freedom than I even had at home. So people might think if you looked at me that I was actually happy here.
Yeah.
So, but
did Chrissy tell you that the meeting with HBO went well?
Yes, I had heard that. So you had wrote in your letter that there was some story holes.
Yeah, it's basically like it might be a little hard for you to hear about, but they don't understand the Nick sort of relationship and how you guys met. So I just have to explain that a little bit more because it kind of feels like he sort of came out of nowhere. There's just a couple of things that using some of the discovery will just help, just make more sense of it. But I don't anticipate it being difficult. We have another month of editing, but then we're probably going to be finished, and we have to submit it to festivals.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, I am able to take pictures, not take pictures, but be in pictures. So would you like me to send you a copy once I take mine?
Yeah, I would love that. I really would.
Okay, because they actually sell makeup here, so it'll be a good picture.
Nice. That's amazing. I love that.
It'll be a picture that I actually like.
And I want us to keep talking and just because it's just like if you after a time, it's like the business is going to be over and you and your family have been so good to me in terms of being honest and being truthful and giving me time. I mean, the amount of time that Christy alone spent. So it's just it doesn't have to be oh, the movie's done and we stop talking. I would love to continue talking and for you to send a picture, and I can send you, are you allowed to receive pictures in the mail?
Yeah, I completely feel the same way because, we've built a friendship going through this process.
Right.
So, yeah, we're definitely going to keep in touch.
Can you receive pictures in the letters? Do they allow for that?
They either approve pictures to be sent, but not a picture and
This call is from a correctional facility and may be monitored and recorded.
So
it has to be separate.
Right.
So I want to send you a picture of my pup.
Oh, that would be awesome. I do have a photo album, so that would be really cute.
Cool.
Now, I was so kind of scared doing the interview that whenever I was on camera and you were talking to me about dressing up as Harley Quinn, I don't know if I said that I related to her or what, because I think in the sense that I relate to her is not as a villain, but as a girl that was in an abusive relationship, because her and the Joker had an abusive relationship, and I kind of relate to that in a way. I mean, if you read her story, she was the Joker's psychiatrist, and she fell for him because she felt pity for him of his nobody loves me story. And then he, in turn, turns her to crime. And that's how I relate to her.
Yeah. There's a movie that's coming out with Harley Quinn as a character.
Yeah, it looks really good. I want to see it. But maybe they'll show it for the state movie. They play new releases here, so maybe I might get a chance to see it.
That would be great. But in terms of my stuff, I am back at work tomorrow. My best friend, broke up with her girlfriend, and so she's over here. She's going through a rough time. So I'm going to be back at work tomorrow and going to work with our editor, whose name is Andrew. And I texted Mike. He's busy. He hasn't gotten back to me yet, but hopefully he'll get back to me. And, figure out where this movie will play and things like that when it'll air. But HBO, the woman, so it's the head of HBO, her name is Sheila, she just was like, these things that this girl had to go through, she's just like, I've never heard anything like it. And it's just a testament to your strength.
Oh, well, I'm just happy that someone like you came along to be able to tell it in the right way, because the lady from 2020 had met with me the same day that I did the interview with you, and I don't know, I didn't get a very good vibe from her, so she's
a TV lady, yeah.
Right, so I decided to, not do the 2020 thing I sent her a letter saying, I'm sorry, but I'm just not emotionally ready to do that. But I did give her, like, a little statement, which if you go ahead and make the episode without me, at least I'll have my statement, which is just, my family is healing and we're trying to heal together, and I'm trying to better myself while I'm incarcerated, things like that,
Right.
Just something simple.
It's good. Truth.
Now, I heard Christy told me that Dr. Beckerman backed out of doing an interview.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, Allison, who you met, was talking to him a bunch, and then his brother, who's a lawyer, was just like, don't do this, and she was like, listen, like, you should, because you have to be accountable to what happened, and so he backed out of it. But I was able to talk to Bernardo Flasterstein, the neurologist, who you only saw twice, but who basically, you and Mike have probably discussed this, that in the paperwork he suggested that your mom has Munchausen by proxy. But so I was able to talk to him. But no, it would have been better to talk to Beckerman because he saw you so many times.
Right. Yeah. My stepmom, Christy, had asked me, how do I feel about going ahead with the malpractice lawsuit.
Right.
I'm like, for him, he was a very nice doctor. He was always nice to me. So I think I'm trying to weigh out the pros and the cons of that kind of a thing and trying to figure out the right thing to do. Because I don't want to destroy someone's career just because.
Well, Gypsy, what he did was wrong. You know what I mean? And I think he needs, like, he just, what his profession is to treat. And people can be nice people, but they can do wrong things. And, like, you are paying, price. And ultimately, somebody like that should as well. That's from one person's perspective, somebody who's not involved in it.
Right.
But, like, he did a great disservice to you by not speaking up.
Right. I know. And that's exactly what Christy told me. It's just kind of, what happens if this happens again,
Right.
Because he was the one that had taken Mom at her word, and she would tell him symptoms or something, and then he would put a diagnosis to it and claim that I had that diagnosis. So it kind of, he made, a molehill.
He further entrapped you.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's just my feelings about it, too. So.
Yeah. It's another mountain.
Right.
The decision. So it's really just yours.
Right. But so far, I'm doing fine, and I went through the whole process of receiving an orientation, and they did, blood tests and different, psych eval, all that, and I'm perfectly healthy, and I'm perfectly sane.
Good.
So I'm happy to hear that, just to hear that I was medically clear and that I don't have anything wrong with me was music to my ears.
Of course. Yeah. So you can go with a clean slate, you can go back to life and just start building versus, like, having to deal with a lot of all, like, the myriad of medical issues you're supposed to have.
Right. Yeah. It's a lot different and it's a lot more freeing. The only thing I'm trying to work on right now is not smoking.
No smoking, no.
Because I did try one cigarette, so.
Oh, man.
Like, try anything once. But yeah, I'm definitely feeling more happy and at ease.
Good. I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah. Now, is there any other questions that you need before we hang up?
So when did you, when did you send the letter to Mike? Last week, probably?
Last week.
Okay, cool. I'll just touch base with him.
I'm thinking that he'll probably get it tomorrow or Wednesday.
Oh, okay, because it takes a while.
Yeah. So I'm thinking that he'll get it pretty soon. I sent it out as legal mail, so it should be soon.
Okay, great.
And I wrote in there, can you please give Miss Erin and your last name access to my discovery evidence to use in the documentary? So
okay, great.
Would be clear legally,
Okay, good. And whatchamacallit, what was I just gonna say? Let's talk after, like, I guess just, like, call me whenever. I typically am one of those people who's always next to their phone, but I will keep you updated because this month is when we'll be doing a lot of the work. So, like, don't ever feel weird calling me. I really want to talk to you, and I'm sorry that my phone was down as, like, there's no service.
Okay, I will do that.
All right, great.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.
This call is from a correctional facility and may be
so
monitored and recorded.
Thank you, and you have a good day.
You too. All right. Bye, Gypsy.
Bye-bye.
The caller has hung up.